Hey, hello, भाई लोग क्या हाल है? How's it going? I hope all of you are doing well. Welcome to to one final live stream before the World Cup kicks off. So I thought of you guys. Of course, we have watch along for the opening game of the World Cup that starts at 11:30. I'm thinking I'll probably prepone it by 15 minutes, and we'll start at 11:30, 11:15, not 11:35. And I see nobody's calling me late tonight, so I'm very happy. I see Floodlight Football is there. Here for Floodlight Football, how's it going, man? Nilesh was already here. Hey, Nilesh, what's happening? How's it going? Uh, sleeping Lepton is here. Is Hapus Malera new intern joining? Not right now, but the intern will join at night at 11:30, and along with that, Surendra is also going to join. Surendra of Suru Talks Football, he is going to join us. So yeah, we are going to have a good time, man. We are going to have a good time. Sanjay bhai, kya haal hai? Yes, I'm on time as usual. As I'm always on time. I'm on time. Yeah. Oh, come on. This is too much. Too much. This is too much. I'm always on time, guys. But yeah, I mean, have you finally started feeling it? Because I've been feeling it, I mean, since probably last 2 to 3 weeks, man. So I'm always sort of geared up for World Cup, speed cricket or football. And why I'm saying cricket is in the sense I don't watch cricket that much, but whenever there is an ODI World Cup, I'm still very happy. I'm still very happy. I don't watch. In fact, I would say even I watched a few T20 games this time. So yeah, when it comes to World Cup, I'm always happy. So I'm really excited, really happy, and it's of course we are going to have a ball. We are going to watch the World Cup together. I see. Floodlight. That Barca guy, yeah. That's the one. That's the one. Surendra. He knows his stuff. Seriously, he knows a lot about Spanish football. He knows a lot about tactics. So yeah, he's very fun to talk to. Uh, hey Ankit, क्या हाल है यार? Ankit, how's it going? What's happening? What I'll do is actually we are live करना मैं सोशल मीडिया पे भूल गया. It is very unfortunate what is going on in the Middle East. ये पूरा बाबा की स्ट्रीम चालू हो गई मेरे यहाँ पे रील चालू हो गया. What I'll do is हम लोग लाइव है ये सबको बता देते हैं और उसके बाद लेट्स कंटिन्यू. Ankit is saying that I'm wearing South Africa away kit today. Amazing it is. I haven't had a chance to actually buy any kit, but I actually want to buy a couple of them. Let's see. मुझे लेना तो है, कुछ भी करके लेना है. देखता हूँ ले सकता हूँ कि नहीं. जस्ट छोड़ो ना भाई. किधर गया रे भाई? लिंकेज नहीं मिल रहा है मेरे को. लिंकेज नहीं मिल रहा है. Yes. Gotcha. Got it. एक किच मिनट भाई लोग. अरे साला जब भी चाहिए तभी ये हैंडी मिलता ही नहीं है. ऑल राइट. वो डेली वर्ल्ड कप रूम नंबर 1. चलो मैंने इसको कर दिया है. ऑल राइट. It is very unfortunate. Yeah, I mean that's been. I mean Middle Eastern chaos is actually not new. वो बहुत सालों से उधर कुछ ना कुछ भसड़ चालू ही होती है. लेकिन the problem is this time कि अभी ये World Cup is in the United States, and it's actually जो भी लफड़ा है वो बीच में it is directly between United States and Middle East. So that is probably the biggest issue. कि अंकित भाई कहाँ से खरीदे हो? एक्चुअली मुझे अच्छा ये बताओ ना, ऑनलाइन कोई ये रहेगा तो I'll order a couple of them tonight. अच्छा कोई अर्जेंटीना ब्राजील या कोई something odd I'll order. Yeah. Hey, thank you so much Sanjay man. Thank you so much. Hope this World Cup. I mean, okay, I'm keeping. मैं थोड़ा small target से कर रहा हूँ. I hope it reaches 10K. I really do. And thanks to people like you, we might actually do it. तो आज रात से अपन ने मस्त ये करेंगे, आज रात से सबको टारगेट देना चालू करेंगे कि भाई ये टारगेट है, आज आज सबको स्ट्रीम ज्वाइन करनी है, करनी कुछ भी करके सबको ये चैनल को फैलाना है, सबको और फॉलोअर्स लेके आने हैं. So we'll start that from tonight because we want 10K followers on Instagram and we want 10K followers. तो Instagram तो कभी से अटका पड़ा है यार, दिमाग खराब हो गया मेरा तो. 9,300 समथिंग समथिंग, बीच में कम हो जाता है, बीच में बढ़ जाते हैं. And last year the channel was going so well that we actually thought that we might complete 10K last year, but that did not happen, of course. But yeah, and as I see that Mr. CM Saab is also on the stream, Mr. Bruno Fadnavis. क्या भाई, क्या हाल है? How's it going? I mean, Indian. Oh, I did not follow that. I did not follow that. That's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. अपने लोग क्यों मर रहे हैं यार? Very very bad. Very sorry. I think today we can see the biggest story, but see, I don't want to get too much into politics, but I mean, so Noam Chomsky, someone who turned out to be an absolute hypocrite, he said something like that if we talk about war criminals, all the United States president from 1990s, all of them will be war criminals, be it George W, be it Bill Clinton, be it Obama तो बाप रे बहुत बड़ा, including Trump and Biden, every one of them. US का policy है वैसा, so I mean, president is quite sort of, he can't do anything about it when it comes to because he has a lot of pressure from military industrial complex. But okay, let's fuck politics. कुछ करना ही नहीं है. Bring the KSI look back शाम को. मुझे वो मेरा ये किधर है, मिल नहीं रहा है actually, हेयर बैंड नहीं मिल रहा, so I thought just मैं ऐसे ही ये करता हूँ. Yeah, all right. So basically, I mean, again, as we said that before we get started, before we get started on the group stage, there were a couple of games last night. I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch it. One was between Portugal and Nigeria. Portugal won that game 2-1, but Ronaldo missed a few very easy chances, very very easy chances, and of course that's fine. Missing an easy chance is not a big deal considering it's still the World Cup is still they're still friendly, still sort of trial games, so that's absolutely fine. But when it comes to Ronaldo, they have different issues, and we have talked about it again and again. By the way, the midfield trio of Bruno, João Neves and Vitinha, they were playing really really well. João Neves और Vitinha तो इतने अच्छे खेल रहे थे, but again, all of them, a lot of these players were subbed during the second half, but they were playing really really well. Diego Dallo, I think he made an assist, but he also made a couple of passes, and that restores my belief about Dallo being sort of on that Nani mold, because Nani at his best was unplayable, but when he was bad, he was just too frustrating. Dallo का वैसे ही होता है वो. I watched that game for an hour. थोड़ा काम चालू था यहाँ पे साइड में, and Neto and Francis अपना ये Conceicao, both of them scored. Conceicao, I did not know कि Conceicao was so young. He's just 23 and he's playing at Juventus. So I did not realize that. That was one game, and there was another game that I did not watch. Well, basically, I'm talking about England versus Costa Rica. I watched the highlights, and England were pretty comfortable. They dominated the game. They scored 3 goals. Gordon and Bellingham had very good games from what I saw in highlights and what I read on in an article. A 3-0 comfortable win, and Rice, Gordon, and I think Watkins was the final scorer. So they scored 3 goals. But let me go through a few comments first, and let's start with the World Cup again. Yeah, Ochoa will review Ochoa. Good idea. Acha, very good, very good. KSI look, you have KSI hairline. You have the KSI hairline for that. KSI hairline कितना बहुत इधर तक है क्या? मुझे पता नहीं है. KSI का hairline क्या है? कम है कि ज्यादा है? KSI hairline अभी तुम लोग बोला, उसका बहुत छोटा है क्या? अच्छा. Still cannot pronounce. क्या पता मेरा क्या हुआ? Conceição. For fuck's sake, I don't know. I don't know. I'll get it right by the end, by tonight. I can assure you that much. Yeah, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I'm pretty sure we'll do great during World Cup. With when I'm watching it with you guys, it's always fun. I'm pretty sure we are going to have a ball while watching World Cup. Tanay is asking, hey Tanay, how's it going, man? World Cup predictions. I think team that plays with three-man midfield have very good chance. Very, very good chance, I think. And I think that's the reason even Thomas Tuchel has started playing Jude Bellingham. In last two games, Jude Bellingham started, if I'm not mistaken. So it seems that Jude Bellingham start for England again. So that's that. Pratham is saying it's Conceição. Yeah, I'll remember that. मुझे कुछ याद नहीं रह रहा है. वो मेरा pronunciation इतना fuck up क्यों हो रहा है? I have no idea. But thank you so much, Pratham, for that. And yeah, about World Cup predictions, I think the team that plays with three-man midfield has a very good chance of winning it because it's very important to keep the ball. Again, England does not have a passer. I'm not really sure how they are going to sort of hold the ball, like the likes of say Portugal or Spain does. I don't think England will do that well, but I think three-man midfield is a way to go. That's why I'm still skeptical about France's World Cup chances. For all we know, they might even win it, but I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. How do we play? How do you play with? I mean, of course, France have. They're just playing with five midfield, by the way. As soon as Carlo Ancelotti, after despite winning that game against Panama 6-2, the final result was 6-2. Still, after the game, Carlo Ancelotti said that this formation is not going to work. And as soon as Wesley got injured, he decided to get Ederson in. So someone like Carlo Ancelotti realized it. But again, we are talking about probably one of the most tactically flexible coach in Carlo Ancelotti. Didier Deschamps more often than not has played in that 4-2-3-1. But in 2018 World Cup, he had Paul Pogba, who sort of played as a midfield. I mean, he played the box-to-box role. He did not have a free role that he had in Euro 2021. And France he had free role in Euro 2021, and France completely struggled. They were knocked out in the round of 16 by Switzerland. So I don't know who is going to play that role because even during last World Cup, it was Antoine Griezmann who used to drop deep. He used to sort of connect that midfield and attack. But as soon as they played against that a very good three-man midfield team in Argentina, I mean Argentina completely flattened France for about 70 odd minutes, for about 75 minutes, and all of a sudden their defense collapsed in last. I think from two goals scored, I think they were in 70 something minutes and 84 or something. I don't recall the yeah. If you guys can confirm, that would be great. But yeah, भाई अभी कैमरा का इशू नहीं होगा. मेरा 100 MB का पाइप है. कैमरा मैंने 1080p पे अभी 720p पे रखा है टेस्ट करने के लिए क्योंकि रात को अपने को मस्त 1080p पे स्ट्रीम करना है. तो मैं पूरा टेस्टिंग कर रहा हूँ. अभी कैमरा का इशू बिल्कुल नहीं आएगा. आई कैन अश्योर यू दैट. आई हैव 100 MB का ये कनेक्शन राइट नाउ. मैंने अपग्रेड करके रखा है एटलीस्ट फॉर द वर्ल्ड कप. अभी भी कौन से साओ प्रोनाउंस सही नहीं है. अरे क्या बराबर तो किया. अभी क्या बकवास कर रहे हो यार तुम लोग. कौन से साओ. मैं अभी ऐसा ही करने वाला. Shashi Tharoor's favorite footballers, Conceição, Kvaratskhelia, Chesney. Oh my God. Oh, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the last two names, man. But yeah, I get what you're trying to say. अभी लैग हुआ. काय का लैग बे. अभी लैग नहीं होना चाहिए. मैं देख रहा हूं तो मुझे कुछ नहीं लैग दिख रहा है यहाँ पे. ठीक है चलो देखते हैं. ठीक है बीच बीच में शायद हो भी जाए. लेट्स सी. 80th and 81st minute. That's a one literally within two. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. But the point was the defense collapsed right away. But yeah, I mean, enough of that. I just thought of, I was just going through the Group A ka games and the Group A the kind of qualifications rounds they have had. And yeah, I mean, the greatest tournament on earth is starting in less than 5 hours. It will be a kickoff of. It will kick off with a rematch between 2010 World Cup opener between South Africa and Mexico. That time it was in South Africa, as we all know. We all remember Peter Drury's magical words, and this time it's in Mexico. And astonishingly, Mexico will host its third World Cup. तीसरा World Cup है उनका. I mean, sadly, the later part of the tournament is in the United States because that country, and the reason I'm saying it sadly, because that country, that is that Mexico, they produced two of the most iconic World Cups of all time. One was Brazil in 1970, 1970 when Brazil won it, which produced one of the greatest. Brazil 1970 is regarded as one of the greatest uh, football teams of at least international teams of all time. And of course, Mexico 1986, which was the Diego Maradona's tournament. That was the tournament when, of course, Diego Maradona was a great player. He was red carded and sent off in 1982 World Cup. But that was the World Cup when he made his complete mark. And yeah, I mean that we are talking about a country that produced two absolutely brilliant World Cups. And of course, there are three opening ceremonies, by the way, one for each country. Of course, for us, only one in Mexico counts because Shakira is going to perform. तो ओपनिंग सेरेमनी कौन सा अच्छा है जो शकीरा करेगी बाकी सब लोग गया भाड़ में बाकी सबसे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता अरे प्रथम थैंक यू सो मच मैन थैंक यू सो मच अरे ओबीएस स्ट्रीम मतलब वो स्ट्रीम लैब्स पे कर सकते हैं ओबीएस पे ओबीएस पे कर सकते हैं लेकिन मेरा मशीन इतना अच्छा नहीं है मेरा लैपटॉप इतना अच्छा नहीं है तो इसके लिए आई यूज स्ट्रीम यार्ड लेकिन या नेक्स्ट सीजन होपफुली आफ्टर द वर्ल्ड कप और थोड़ा अपग्रेडेशन होगा प्रोडक्शन का ये भी बढ़ाना पड़ेगा करंटली आई एम यूजिंग क्रेओ का कैमरा एंड ये by the way, Pratham, I'll definitely invite you on some of our streams. That is for sure. So so do join. So me and Pratham had a great chat probably a month back, and that podcast will be out very soon. So yeah, Pratham, please, I'll definitely invite you probably in the next week. मैं बोलता हूँ. We'll keep in touch, of course. So yeah. I think 7:30 South Korea and Czechia will be also. I think it will be good. I personally think it will be a very good game. लेकिन मतलब उसका वॉच अलॉन्ग करना थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा वॉच अलॉन्ग करना थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा कि वो थोड़ी हालत खराब हो जाएगी देखते हैं हम लोग एज वी गो अलॉन्ग हम लोग देखते हैं क्या कर सकते हैं टीम्स you don't want to win the World Cup? See, I'm a United fan. I don't want any Liverpool players to have any World Cup glory. So I don't have one actually. I don't really have one, to be very honest. So yeah, that's it. Arey, anytime. By the way, guys, just in case you are all of you guys are on Instagram, so do follow Junction Pratham's channel. Some really good content on it. So, guys, go and follow him. Go and subscribe him on YouTube. So, yeah. Hey, Ajinkya, काय म्हणतोस? How is it going, man? Ca- can't watch live at times, but very excited for the stream. Yeah, thank you so much, Ajinkya. Do join whenever you can. Do join whenever you can. It will be fun. Hey Aditya, yes, it's finally here, man. I'm really excited. It's finally here. World Cup is finally here. I'm really excited. I'm still whenever World Cup is around the corner, I'm still like that child in 1996 or child in say I don't know 2006. 2006 World Cup probably is my favorite World Cup of all time. So I'm still that. So I love it. I absolutely love it. If watch along is not possible, yeah, I think Sanjeev is saying something. I'll wait for Sanjeev's comment, and after that, मैं थोड़ा सा मोनोलॉग मेरा बड़बड़ चाल करना चालू करता हूँ. अरे संजीव ने कुछ कमेंट ही नहीं किया आगे. I'll wait for another 30 seconds. After that, आय संजीव चल. इवन इफ लाईव्ह नाही पाहिला तरी स्ट्रीम झाल्यावर बघून लाईक नक्की अजिंक्य थँक्यू सो मच सर थँक्यू सो मच डू जॉईन डू ये कर बघ स्ट्रीम नक्की बघ आणि विल हॅव जेव्हा जमेल तेव्हा जॉईन कर विल हॅव लॉट ऑफ फन ऑल राईट तो टुनाइट एक मिनट Z5 वाला कमेंट दे लो कौन सा कमेंट भाई अच्छा, मैं ऊपर का कमेंट थोड़ा ये कर दिया। इंग्लैंड स्ट्रांग दिख नहीं रही, सेमीज तो लग रहा है आ जाएंगे वो लोग। दिख रही है, सॉरी सॉरी, या आई थिंक, सी, if they play with three-man midfield, I think they can go distance. I feel so. Oh yeah, Bafana. Seriously, it was such a great game. It was. I mean, it was. I don't even recall if it was a great game, but it was a great moment. It was such a great moment. Fucker from Z5 have locked FIFA behind 3. Yeah. There is no option to watch. अभी just fine. अभी लेकिन वो 3 लोग के साथ तू शेयर कर सकता है ना? तो अभी वो वापस कर दिया वो लोग ने, आफ्टर probably कस्टमर बैकलैश वो लोग ने वो चालू कर दिया वापस. So you can share it with 3 people. क्या फर्क पड़ता है, right? The ceiling quality Z5 is not up to the mark. I mean, if you have their plans for Airtel or Jio, you will get okay high quality. You will not get high quality. Okay. In between matches like Shurudas, I think yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Hey Deepak, how's it going, man? क्या हाल है? We missed you yesterday. मस्त चालू है एकदम. We are gearing for the World Cup. So yeah, but yeah, we'll do it. So I mean, the point of this stream was कि even if we don't do watch along every day, we'll do live stream, at least one live stream with you guys for sure. वो कभी करना है उसका टाइम हम लोग चाहिए तो चेंज कर सकते हैं. We'll decide based on you guys availability. I think the top class manager like Tuchel, Tungnan, Godi. Yeah, I personally think they can. The defense is still probably not up to the mark. Though I think in the first half of the season, I thought Gehi had a fantastic tournament. Gehi had a fantastic tournament. दीपक को ले आओ यार. मुझे करना है यार, मुझे करना है. I want to invite you guys. I also want to invite Aditya. We'll do that for sure. पक्का करते हैं हम लोग. Anyway, but if we want to say, uh, I mean, Group A basically teen teams है. It's of course, as you know, Mexico, South Africa, and Czech Republic. Now it's called Czechia and South Korea. There are two games on day one. One is Mexico versus South Africa at Azteca in Mexico City, and South Korea versus Czech Republic at Estadio Akron. And I एक मिनट जस्ट होल्ड ना. अरे क्या मजाक चलो, जस्ट होल्ड ऑन गाइस. मैं यहाँ पे देख रहा हूँ मुझे कुछ ड्रॉप है ऐसा लग रहा है. Yeah. But there is a quick trivia I have for you guys. Azteca is one of the only two venues to host two World Cup finals. Which is the other? So Azteca, of course, had 1970 World Cup final and 1986 World Cup final. But which is the other venue? Which is the other venue? Hey Anirban, how's it going, man? I'm great. How are you, man? Mangesh Bhau, any comment about 3800? कौन सा गेम? I did not get this. I did not get this. I think काय म्हणतोस एकदा हे कर ना. Oh yes, that's Maracana. So Maracana had two finals, and one in 1950, which I watched from the stands, and one in 2014. Yeah. Ank, a thought exercise for you. What if FIFA World Cup and IPL Classic? Ah, I think both will be fine, man. Both of them will be fine. मुझे कुछ लगता नहीं है कुछ ज्यादा कोई अफेक्ट होगा. ऑफ कोर्स ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि बिल्कुल अफेक्ट नहीं होगा, बट बोथ विल बी फाइन यार. दोनों का मतलब considering the sheer volume of their fan base and sheer investments these guys have, they will be fine. Both of them will be fine. हो जाने दो. मैं मतलब I don't care about IPL, so I'll definitely watch the World Cup. Yeah. Hey Advait, have you all made a fantasy team, Mangesh? As we have friends in our chat, we can create the league. Oh, that's a good idea. We haven't created one. But yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's a good idea. Maradona, yes. Maradona won it in 1986. बहुत चलांग में तीनों आओगे तो मजा आ जाएगा. वो तीसरा एक नंबर का कमीना आदमी है हमारा, तो वो कभी सलाह आता नहीं है. बट अब आई ट्राई टू मेक इट हैपन ड्यूरिंग द वर्ल्ड कप. एक दिन तो करते हैं हम लोग, एक दिन तो करते हैं एटलीस्ट. या Yes, 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 yes. 3800 is an online game where you create a team which should win 38 matches in PL. Oh, exas. Acha, acha. I'll do that. I'll do that. 1970 और अबे दो ही ना क्या कितना फाइनल चाहिए तेरे को आज ये दिस इज द थर्ड टाइम फॉर मेक्सिको दिस इज द थर्ड टाइम फॉर मेक्सिको तो ये टाइम तो फाइनल नहीं होगा ऑल द फाइनल्स आर इन द यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स it's going to be after say round of 32 it's going to be soccer world cup so it's not going to be the football world cup anymore but yeah I mean I just sort of talking about uh, so basically teams because we haven't talked about teams at all uh, and what I realized while researching for the game is that distance each team will have to cover after every game is ridiculous. I don't know if that's going to affect their performance क्योंकि basically दो performance के बीच में दो game के बीच में there are 6 days but the 6 days is a huge gap but the kind of distance these guys have to cover it's extraordinary. So I'll give you an example. ठीक है आज तो अपने दो गेम है after 11 on June 18 there is Czech Republic versus South Africa which is in Atlanta. Then again Mexico and South Korea in Mexico. चेक रिपब्लिक एंड मेक्सिको अगेन इन मेक्सिको उसके बाद साउथ अफ्रीका साउथ कोरिया अगेन इन मेक्सिको ठीक है तो मेक्सिको एंड साउथ कोरिया आर फाइन ठीक है so Mexico for from game 1 to game 2 they are going to cover 540 kilometers between game 2 to game 3 Mexico are going to cover 540 kilometers. South Korea they are going to play their first and second game on the same venue so for the second game they don't have to travel. For second and third game they have to cover 550 kilometers. उसके बाद आती है साउथ अफ्रीका साउथ अफ्रीका आफ्टर फर्स्ट गेम एंड द नेक्स्ट गेम they have to cover 2160 kilometers over 2000 kilometers तो altitude आपका change हो गया because from Mexico they will go to Atlanta. For third game again they will come from Atlanta back to Monterrey so that they are going to cover again 1778 kilometers something like that. चेक रिपब्लिक का सेम ही है चेक रिपब्लिक का ये तो इवन वर्स after game 1 to game 2 they will cover 2366 kilometers from game 2 to game 3 after game 2 while they are traveling to game 3 they are going to cover again 2160 kilometers so the total distance they will have to cover in those कितने दिनों में yeah in those 10 days or so that's going to be 4526 kilometers. So I don't think we have had such situation before, as far as the distance is concerned. Now I mean, basically they still have. So basically, there is a gap of 7 games between 2 games or 6 days between 2 games. So still probably they have a couple of days to acclimatize themselves. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to be that easy. It's not going to be as easy as say for traveling from Manchester to London. That's definitely not it's definitely not easy. It's not easy as say traveling in France or traveling in I don't know Qatar तो इतना छोटा सा country है but this is I found that absolute bonkers और मैंने सब टीम का निकाल के रखा है. I thought it was absolute bonkers. क्या मजाक चालू है ये it's I see in the end we are going to forget that about the political situation. Of course we are going to have a great World Cup. Again, I thought this is an absolutely bonkers situation. Matlab, team will have to sort of, well, I'm pretty sure their fitness departments and their sports science departments must have taken this into consideration. But yeah, I thought that this is quite crazy. Yeah. Similar is available for the World Cup as well. I found it really fun. Okay. I think NBA चा game वरुण inspired है. अच्छा. Rohit and Shubhranshu both of them follow NBA, so I'll talk to them. 38 is like FIFA draft type game, all past, present, Premier League players, and then you simulate where you. All right. Okay. I heard you asked other than these two teams final because of Azteca, my Vartan. Yeah. All right. अरे भाई मैं I am not a gaming guy and I have a massive limitation of my laptop. I really want to see one of the reasons I stayed away from gaming because I just had too many distractions in I don't know in last 10 odd years. because I tried to watch as much football as I could. There was a time when I used to watch as much cricket. Then actually because of my work, it was I used to work very long hours at times 14 hours, 18 hours because I used to work in broadcast. So broadcast में भैंसत कांड लग जाती है यार काम करोगे तो नींद की हालत खराब जैसे अभी फीफा में होने वाली है वो सब होता ही है तो हालत खराब हो जाती है वो सब चीज में तो that was one of the reasons I avoided that. But yeah, I really liked I really liked gaming to be very honest. At least I liked the Sega and Nintendo video games. So yeah, all right. Advait is saying, अरे बरकैम खेलता ही नहीं था. He wouldn't have played that World Cup 100%. वो खेलता ही नहीं था. No way he was going to play that World Cup. Uh, no, he is not going, but he will join us. He's not going for the World Cup, but he will join us. वर्ल्ड कप ये नहीं कर रहा वो ज्वाइन ये कर रहा है लेकिन अपने को ज्वाइन करेगा वो. No, no, I don't watch. I don't follow NBA Sanjeev. So, no, no. Yes, of course. Pratyush, always better late than never, man. Late होने से अच्छा. I mean, always. एक मिनट हाँ, एक मिनट हाँ, एक मिनट भाई लोग. ये मेरी कैमरा की वापस लग गई है. हाँ, मैं अभी थोड़ा सा स्क्रीन का साइज बढ़ा रहा हूँ. मैं देखता हूँ क्या होता है इसमें. ठीक है. ठीक है. 1080p पे मैंने अपलोड ये अपग्रेड कर दिया. अभी इस पे अगर नहीं चलेगा अभी इसमें तो रात को मुझे थोड़ा सा डाउनग्रेड करना पड़ेगा. ऑल राइट. Hey man, अरे this is a daily stream that we are going to do more often than not, but ये मेरा daily stream है. इसके बाद अपना watch along तो होगा ही. 11:15 को कुछ start करेंगे हम लोग. All right. And Sanjeev bhai, it's idea you would make a great manager. All right bhai. All right. पक्का. But I mean, I want to give you a fun fact, and for people like Deepak and Aditya, you will have a great. I don't know if you guys know this, but Mexico's manager is a guy called Javier Aguirre. He's a Mexican who played in 1986 World Cup. South Africa's manager is a guy called Hugo Bruce. He is from Belgium. And there is a fun fact for you guys. Just like both these managers are going head to head against each other, both of these managers played against each other in the 1986 World Cup in the group stage. And Mexico won that game 2-1. In which Hugo Sanchez scored. He scored the second goal, and of course, it wasn't exactly a winner because the Belgian player scored after that. But Hugo Sanchez scored the second goal. But I found it quite fascinating. In 1986 World Cup, Belgium, of course, reached the semi-final. Maradona was sublime in that game, and Mexico reached the quarterfinal. But I found it quite funny, quite astonishing that both these managers have played against each other as a player in 1986 World Cup. I don't know if that's the case with any other managers, but I was just looking. I'm just trying to check something. I did because I did not know Hugo Bruce's nationality, so I was checking. तो मुझे समझ गया कि वो बेल्जियन है तो मैंने देखा कि did these guys play because I knew that Belgium played the semi-final in that World Cup, so मैंने check किया. And this is something I came up with. So I found it absolutely fascinating. बहुत लगा. I mean, this is just a geek in me that is getting very, very excited. But yeah, Mexico South Africa is a rematch of as I said, मतलब basically ये ऐसा हो रहा है कि both the for just like Mexico and South Africa is the rematch of 2010 World Cup opener. This is like a rematch for both these managers as well. And by the way, there are two more openers at this World Cup. Huh? Matlab basically, I'm talking about games that were World Cup openers back in time in earlier World Cups. Can you name them both? One is very easy. So basically, what I'm trying to say, just like South Africa and Mexico, is a rematch of 2010. There are a couple of other games which were also openers. And these I'm not necessarily mean के बाबा ये दोनों टीम वापस उनका पहला मैच उसमें खेल रहे but these were also openers. But yeah, I would like to know if you guys know this. See, sir, Alex Mangesh. I can't come up with these things that quickly. Yeah, I know. कुणाल गांजा वाला और जावेद अली, मतलब क्या भाई? रोहन भाई मुझे नहीं समझा आप क्या बोल रहे हो. एक मिनट गाइस. या. But yeah, as I said, I found it quite fascinating, and I was just checking. I mean, just checking Mexico's performances from the qualifying, not from the qualifying, actually from the past 2 3 games, and of course they have a massive home advantage. I mean, Mexico's best performance, they are about, they हमेशा वो लोग round of 16 में जाते हैं. They always go to round of 16. But in two competitions, when they reach the quarterfinal, both was in 1970 Mexico and 1986 Mexico. अभी मुझे पता नहीं if they'll be able to reach quarter final क्योंकि एक गेम बढ़ गया. It's round of 32. So, but of course, home advantage counts. So I was checking their last 3 performances. They defeated. The latest game was against Serbia when they won 5-1. उसके पहले वाला था against Australia, which they won 1-0, और उसके पहले घाना के against था, which they won 2-0. And a lot of their players are playing in Mexico right now. Very few are playing in the European leagues. We know a couple of them. I don't know the pronunciation of this guy, Julian Nons or something. He is basically a top scorer in the Saudi league. And so Ronaldo was, I think, second or third, but this guy was the top scorer. You of course have Raul Jimenez, who played at Fulham. You have Alvaro Fidalgo, who plays at Real Betis. You have someone like Joan Vasquez, who plays as a centre back in Genoa, and he scored a couple of goals. Basically, he scored against Serbia and he scored against Australia. I was just going through that, and you of course have Edson Alvarez, who used to play at West Ham. He was on loan from Fenerbahce. Of course, he will not be there at West Ham, but it seems they have a decent team, man. Now there are a couple of players who play in the Mexican league. A guy called Gilberto Mora, who plays on the right hand side. He's just 17, and there is another guy called Brian Gutierrez, and I've heard a lot about him, and he can play across the pitch mainly as a number 10 or on probably on the left hand side. But this Brian Gutierrez guy he's just 22, and he's one of their exciting prospects right now. But as I said, most of their squad, they play in Mexico, and there is a good chance that if things go well for them and things go well for England, there is a good chance that they will play England in the round of 16 in Mexico again. Probably, if that, I don't recall if that game is at Azteca again, but they can play England in the round of 16. And again, we are talking about round of 16 as in it will be their fifth game if they reach that far. So it will be fun. It will not be, if England are playing Mexico in that game, it will not be an easy game for them. It will be a difficult game, especially considering Mexico are playing in Mexico. I think England will win if it comes to that, because England just have too much quality. But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to watch Mexico, man. It seems that they are a good team and they will be fun to watch. So yeah, all right. Again, a lot of comments. Are we 20? Yeah, we are quietly getting more and more subs now. The target is, I mean, someone said the target is 10K by the end of the World Cup. I'm targeting 3K at least. हम लोग देखते हैं कैसे होता है. 3K के बाद हम लोग छोटा steps लेना चालू करते हैं. Yeah, even I feel Mexico will win, man. South Africa, I mean, this is going to be their first World Cup after 2010. It's going to be their first World Cup. Most of their players, they play for, what's that name of that team? Sundance or something like that. Sundances or something like that. And basically that team won the Champions League, African Champions League. So a lot of their players play for that team. But I honestly, I don't know much about South African players. A lot of people are making videos about South African. I barely seen any South African player which are currently playing for them in the flesh. So yeah, they also had an issue that they arrived late in the US due to visa issues, and they have only had one game against Nicaragua, and they drew that game. So not exactly a great start for them. And as I said, I'll be honest, I don't know much about them. And again, there is a good chance that Mexico will win that game. There is a good chance of that happening, probably 2-0 or something like that. Again, this is just my hunch. I don't know what's going to happen, but when you are playing in your own country, home advantage always counts, man. It always counts. So I'm expecting Mexico to have an easy game, probably 2-0. That sounds fair, as Pratyush said. Oh, of course, man. You are doing something. See, I only loved studying about two things. Okay, I only loved studying two things. One is mathematics and second is sports. स्पोर्ट्स कितना भी घुसना पड़ेगा, कितना भी अंदर देखना पड़ेगा, I'm happy to do that. So yeah, of course I'll do my homework. I'll do my homework as much as possible. Yeah, but yeah, would love to see African reach the final. Uh, it's very hard, man. Very hard. See, that's what happened. That's what happened in 2010, right? The sort of overreaction after Ghana were knocked out by Uruguay. See, Luis Suarez got red carded, and I am no fan of Luis Suarez. I absolutely despise that guy. But they got penalty, and Gyan missed that penalty. Gyan later scored penalty during shootout, but I feel bad for them, but at the same time, actually, they don't have much room to complain. उनके पास कंप्लेंट करने के लिए कुछ है नहीं ज्यादा. They had a chance and they blew it, which is fine. It happens. And I remember before 2022 World Cup, when I think Uruguay and Ghana play in 2022 World Cup or something like that. I remember uh, texting someone on Twitter, African journalist on Twitter. African journalist, was it journalist or some guy? And I came across his tweet and I tweeted something, ki, but you got penalty, you blew it. And those people still haven't forgotten about it. But the overreaction was due to the fact was that World Cup was supposed to be Africa's World Cup. वो अफ्रीका का वर्ल्ड कप था, and that did not happen. So that was one of the reasons that they got so emotional. It's quite understandable, man. It's sports is all about tribalism and emotions. I completely get that. But yeah, Algeria have a 20. Oh, I read about that. But again, मैं क्या बोलते हैं ना, before the Algeria game, let me do some homework about them. उसके बाद हम लोग बात करते हैं. I genuinely don't know much about them. Except for the fact that they are in recent times they have been really good. See, Algeria, they have played in the World Cups, right? They reached the round of 16 and they played against Germany in 2014, and they gave Germans a tough time. That was a really boring game. And Tabi, basically, the manager, I don't want to call it a mistake, but what that manager, Joachim Low, was trying to do is basically he played Philip Lahm in the middle of the pitch, just like Pep Guardiola used to. And Skordon Mustafi was playing as right back. Was it Skordon Mustafi? Someone, I think, could have been Skordon Mustafi. He was playing at right back. And while he was playing at right back, he had a muscle tear or something. And that's the reason Love decided to switch Lamb's position to his original position. By the way, Philip Lam started as a left back in 2006 World Cup. Huh? He used to play on the left hand side. He played at the left back and scored the first goal of 2006 World Cup, which is my favorite World Cup. That was a great game between Germany and Costa Rica. But yeah, he scored. He used to play as left back, but later he switched to right back in that game. And later Germany found their momentum and they found their sort of balance. Yeah. The fixtures in Mexico will be in. Yeah, even I feel so. अपना और अल रोही को उसका मेक्सिको का माल ये करने के लिए उसका मतलब अल रोही को हैज टू होम टीम्स इन मेक्सिको जिसका वहां पे हापुस का माल जाता है और दूसरा कनाडा उसकी खुद की कंट्री जहां पे ही स्टेइंग राइट नाउ इज लिविंग राइट नाउ या uncle rightly born football football is everything, man. The sports is everything. I'm a geek. I'm a sports geek, so yeah, I completely sort of feed on such facts. Yeah, France Senegal is one game. Which is the other game? And we are talking about the opening game of, I think, 98 World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I will do that. I will check it. Oh yes, TBMT is growing good. And again, thank you so much, guys, for all your love and all your support. And we wouldn't be able to do it without you. It's so much fun. It's so much fun doing these live streams. See, I prefer doing live streams instead of doing those 10 minute and 15 minutes video, because I get extremely conscious when I'm in front of the camera. I'm much better when I'm doing conversations. तो जब भी कैमरा कैमरा रिकॉर्डिंग चालू हो जाता है, I get completely fucking zapped. एंड रोहित एंड अभिषेक ऑलवेज मेक फन ऑफ मी, अरे यार क्या है, इतना तो पहले तो बराबर से बात कर रहा था, ऑल ऑफ अ सडन यू आर फ्रीजिंग. Not my camera. I am freezing, just like my camera. But yeah, he's been shouted as, yeah, Gilberto Mora. Yeah, yeah. He's just 17, by the way. He's just 17. Where is the sub counter rank? Who's sub? I did not get this reference, by the way. What is sub counter rank? Are you talking about Rohit? Or are you talking about Shivranshu? All right. Mandami from Freiburg plays for Swiss is player to watch. Oh, all right, all right. अरे मेरे पास अभी पेन और पेपर नहीं है, बट I'll make a note of this. जस्ट होल्ड ना, मैं इधर ही कर देता हूँ ना. अपने को नोट्स तो करना है, पढ़ाई तो करना है अपने को फुटबॉल का. ए थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दिस मैन. Sundowns, Sundowns. That's right. Sundowns. Mangya Bhatta. But I used to love that shit. Not shit, but I mean I used to absolutely adore match. I mean I don't know if you. Okay, I'll show it to you right. Just hold on. गिर गया, छोड़ो. So this is a Marathi book called Akashashi Zadle Nate. And I used to love this book all the time. So it's basically about astrophysics. तो मैं उसमें सब आपका ये पूरा कोपरनिकस से लेके आर्यभट्टा का सबका दिया है इसमें. बट या इट्स सच अ ग्रेट बुक. आई मीन आई यूज्ड टू रीड इट ऑल द टाइम. मुझे क्या होता है ना, वो ऐसा सब चीज होने के बाद, डिस्कशन चालू होने के बाद, द गीक इन मी एकदम सॉर्ट ऑफ गेट्स वेरी एक्साइटेड. Abhishek is not going to. No, he's not going to. From what I know, he's not going. नहीं तो he would have told us right away. But he's, as far as I know, he's not going. Hey Anand, what's happening, man? Unpopular Max will reach quarterfinal considering. But you see, I don't think even with their home advantage, they will be able to sort of beat England. England have much better players, much better manager. Last time until Messi. No, but that's the thing, right? See, in that game, it was a nervy game to start with. But in the end, when you have an additional quality, and Messi is, I mean, we are talking about Lionel Messi, the greatest player of all time, or probably we can say top three players of all time. So when you have that edge, they will go for it. They will definitely go for it. That edge in quality, or that sort of gulf in quality, always matters, right? So I don't think Mexico will go round of 16. And by that round of 16 would have been was last World Cup's quarterfinal, by the way. So if they reach round of 16, I mean their pattern actually continues, that they have reached two quarterfinals, or let's just say that they have won 4 games at the World Cup, we can say, and they went to the 5th one. We can say that. Yes, that's right. That's right. And so we have had 3 rematches of 3 World Cup openers. As we said, the game which is happening tonight. Second is France and Senegal. I'll go in detail about France and Senegal, because it's such a fantastic and great story, and it's quite an astonishing story, by the way. Senegal could have been the team to reach the first semi-final, first African team to reach the semi-final. That did not happen, because I think what the issue not exactly issue, some government representative, and he came to the team hotel, and he saw that all the Senegalian players, they were having a good time, they were having fun, and he basically he said that this cannot happen. Players will not have fun. We have a huge game the next day. The game was against Turkey, of course, the quarterfinal, and they did not have fun, or they did not follow their usual routine that they had before all the other games. We are talking about the team that defeated France in the first game, man, and they did not have that. तो वो सब players उनके लॉक हो गए उनके hotel room में, and they lost the next game on golden goal rule, which was the last golden goal against Turkey. So it's a great story, by the way. It's a great story. But yeah, and Brazil, Scotland, of course. Brazil, Scotland. which Brazil won 2-1. Yes, Vastik is asking. I mean, see, Rohit hates England, absolutely hates England. He will root for Portugal because Cristiano plays for Portugal. I don't have. I'm sort of homeless when it comes to international support. I hope say in 50 साल के बाद, if I'm alive and if India reaches the World Cup, I'll root for our country. But I don't have one team as such. I go for players. So if Portugal is playing, I would love them to win, not because of Cristiano, but mainly for Bruno. If Brazil go far, I would love to see Brazil lift the trophy because they are Brazil, right? Everyone loves Brazil. Even I'm pretty sure that even the Argentina fans find Brazil endearing. एक मिनट मेरा कैमरा का वापस थोड़ा सा इशू चालू हो गया. Just give me a one moment, guys. One moment. एक मिनट रुको, एक मिनट रुको भाई लोग, एक मिनट रुको. अरे यार, हाँ, it should be fine now. It should be fine. हाँ, वो लाइव करना है, वो करते हैं, वो पक्का करते हैं. Hey Dexter, how's it going, man? You think USA will keep clean sheet asking for World Cup fantasy? I don't know. I don't know. I see Leboma Katikela. I don't know what that means, but I will call you Leboma. So yeah, Lebo, how's it going, man? South Africa. Let's see what happens, man. Anyone who is going to the World Cup deserves huge props. The ticket prices are bonkers. A guy I know watching Deutschland's match and by, oh my god, that's too much, man. That's just too much. ये बहुत ही गंदे prices है, बहुत गंदे prices है. Oh, Croatia will start at centre back alongside Josko. I will do that. I will do that. मैं बाद में सबका नाम लिखता हूँ. मैं उसका थोड़ा सा स्टडी करता हूँ बाद में. The only thing, yeah, I mean, I watch a bit of UFC, and I love Daniel Cormier. He's a lovely guy, but he was talking to that Paddy, who is a Liverpudlian, and he told them that United States have the best athletes, so will dominate football. And the Paddy was laughing his ass off. And again, I love DC, but yeah, he was talking out of his ass. Fucking, we don't want US to sort of dominate फुटबॉल एवर. वो लोग रुइन करेंगे फुटबॉल और पूरा रुइन कर देंगे. भैंचोत नहीं चाहिए यूएस. अरे लेकिन क्या फर्क पड़ता है ना. वी आर नॉट इन द यूएस राइट नाउ. आई एम हैविंग अ बॉल. आई एम गोइंग टू हैव अ बॉल. किधर यूएसए में रहने दो, नहीं तो कतार में रहने दो. आई डोंट केयर. आई एम हैविंग अ बॉल. सी क्या होता है ना. सी आई ट्राई टू कीप पॉलिटिक्स असाइड while watching football. It's not always possible, but I try to do that because बहुत पॉलिटिक्स होता है यार आजू बाजू में. This is one thing that all of us love. क्यों उसको पॉलिटिक्स से ruin करना है. और I don't want to do that. I'm not saying the lives of people are not important. I'm not saying that at all. But I'll try to keep that aside. I'll try to keep that aside. And probably I don't know. I don't know. Let's forget about that. I to support Argentina. Rowan is saying that Spain has released the squad and it's full of Barca players. I would love. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's fun. It's going to be fun. Supporting a single country in the World Cup is against the law. Yeah, I enjoy watching your club play. Yeah, exactly. For me, club will always be bigger than country for me. I used to like England because they had a lot of English players. They had Beckham, they had Scholes, they had Butty, Nicky Butt, they had Gary Neville, they had Rio Ferdinand. So they had so many great players. So yeah. हाँ ना, देखते हैं यार, देखते हैं. ये साला क्रेओ का भैंचोद इतना साला 4,000 का 5,000 का कैमरा लाया, वो गांड मरा रहा है मेरा. I'll find an alternative very soon. Can do it again since in point RCB going back to back. See, winning back to back is extremely difficult. There is a reason that only two teams have done it. And the last team to do it was back in 1962. We are talking about Pele. Of course, let's call it Garincha's Brazil. It was Garincha's Brazil, right? Pele got injured in that World Cup. So it's extremely difficult task to do. But I mean, I am a bit torn about Argentina. A lot of their players had a bad season or average season for their clubs. And but when as soon as they put on the Argentina jersey, they are different animals, man. They are fucking animals. They are amazing. I have issues with their defense as well. Probably now, I think Facundo Bellardi got injured, right? Facundo Medina is still there, but Bellardi got injured. So unka, I am not sure. Let's talk more about Argentina when we talk, probably during Argentina games. तभी ज्यादा मजा आएगा ये करने के लिए. I'm rooting for Swim. I'm homeless just like you. Yeah, I mean, I don't see your point. मैं मतलब ऐसा country से I have more loyalty towards my club. So the club players who perform well, I'm happy with them. I'm happy for them. ऐसी कौन प्रणय अच्छा वो comedian. See, I don't care about that. I always keep politics aside. I keep politics. But see, I have, of course, a very strong political opinions. When me and my friends are talking, we just go at it. लेकिन क्या मतलब सब लोग आजू बाजू पॉलिटिक्स पॉलिटिक्स कर रहे हैं भैंसो मत करो बाजू में रख दो क्या होता है ना कि पॉलिटिक्स इज वन दैट इन वन सच सब्जेक्ट दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ एक छोटी सी चीज निकल गई ना तो पूरी आग लग जाती है. Let's not do that. I mean, I love the game. I love football. Politics football may, of course, I have opinions about 2022 World Cup. I wrote a small piece about it on my Facebook because I found the behavior during that World Cup of German team or even the likes of Gary Neville and Roy Keane absolutely. I thought it was deplorable. It was absolutely deplorable. But yeah, क्या करेंगे यार? Watch out. All right. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll pakka do that. That Somalian referee got wizard from USA's doctrine. See, I'll tell you something, okay? That's why I don't talk about politics. Uh, it is said that Somalian referee has some links with terrorist organization. That is the reason US gave. ठीक है? I don't know if that's the case. मुझे पता नहीं है उसमें है क्या था. Was he really linked to that terrorist group or not? I have no idea of that. मुझे बिल्कुल पता नहीं है. But that's the thing, right? जो बात कर रहा है, nobody is getting to the bottom of this. कि उसको भेजा वो एक्चुअली सही है और नहीं है. एवरी सब लोग सोशल मीडिया पे आउटरीच कर रहे हैं, which really winds me up. बहुत आउटरीच है अपने लाइफ में ऑलरेडी. वो भाड़ में जैसा मैंचो इसको भेजना मतलब ऑफ कोर्स इट्स अ sad state of affairs considering he was voted as the best African referee of all time. Not all time, the best African referee right now or something like that. So it's a sad state of affairs. लेकिन क्या अपने को पता नहीं, we don't know all the facts is all I'm trying to say. Okay, the thing is, despite whatever we think of hosts like Qatar or USA, at the end of the we fans, yeah, exactly. क्या मतलब क्या all of a sudden स्पेशली क्या होता है ना, ये गोरों का एक बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है. गोरों का क्या होता है ना, दे वांट टू सॉर्ट ऑफ उनको सिग्नल करना बहुत अच्छा लगता है हर चीज में. A lot of people were outraging against Qatar World Cup. And my see, if you really believe in something, you have to make some small sacrifice. मत करो ना वो World Cup cover. You are fucking getting millions of dollars from the World Cup, right? Because of that World Cup. तो मत करो ना, cover मत करो. So Gary Neville was roasted by, and I don't think that guy is an MP now, but a politician from his own party, Labour Party. And that guy rinsed Gary Neville. And he said, why are you going? क्यों जा रहे हो भाई वहां पे? तुम लोग कतारी टेलीविजन पे, कतारी नेशनल टेलीविजन पे जाके बकबक कर रहे हो वहां पे. अरे तुमको कतार कुछ हाथ नहीं लगाने वाला. Qatar is sort of non-NATO ally of the United States. United States and UK are close allies. गैरी नेविल कितना भी बड़बड़ वहां पे जाके करे, उसको कोई टच नहीं कर सकता वहां पे. सो यू नो दैट यू आर सेफ और वहां पे जाके तुम लोग बड़े बड़े ये कर रहे हो. व्हाट अबाउट द फैक्ट दैट ये बेसिकली मतलब जिस स्टूडियो में तुम बैठ के बीन स्पोर्ट्स के स्टूडियो में बैठ के बात कर रहे हो, देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी जो द वर्कर हु बिल्ड दैट स्टूडियो मे बी ही लाइज डेड समवेयर. व्हाट अबाउट दैट? तो ये गोरे लोगों का ये बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है. बहुत प्रॉब्लम है। उनको सिग्नलिंग करना बहुत अच्छा लगता है। आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि आप किसको वोट करो, किसको कौन सा पॉलिटिक्स रखो। आई अवॉइड दैट। आई अवॉइड टॉकिंग एंड आई विल ऑलवेज अवॉइड टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट ऑन दिस चैनल। लेकिन ये क्या है? If you truly believe in something, you should be able to make that sacrifice. मत करो, कवर मत करो, मत जाओ वर्ल्ड कप देखने के लिए। लो वो मिलियन डॉलर्स का हिट ले लो, वो नहीं चाहिए ये लोग को। एंड दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम। ये दिस इज, आई मीन, ये थोड़ा अपने यहाँ पे भी मैं देख रहा हूँ हो रहा है, मेनली ड्यू टू सोशल मीडिया, बट या दिस इज एब्सोल्यूट bonkers. Okay, just enough about politics. I don't want to talk about that. We are going to see the first game of the World Cup. Gilberto Mora, I want him to be the next Chicharito. I hope he does. We'll watch him tonight. वर्ल्ड पॉलिटिक्स अब हैंड्स अप दिमाग खराब होता है पॉलिटिक्स से, मैंने छोड़ ही दिया आजकल फॉलो करना। Rooting for a country if it wins, no traction. Argentina won. My whole Instagram was screwed. Or Germany, English, Portuguese media will go crazy. Yeah. The big political theory. You are way too moderate. कुछ outland. नहीं, but that's the thing, right? That's the point. Don't want to say anything outlandish. क्यों करना है वो सब? बकवास है बहुत outlandish करने वाले लोग पड़े हैं। आपने को नहीं. We don't want to add to that. If you watch Neville's recent interview with Rio Ferdinand, I mean that इतना अच्छा interview है because I actually sort of I had forgotten about the fact why I loved Gary Neville in the first place. बहुत it's a brilliant interview. And Rio Ferdinand, मतलब as far as Rio Ferdinand is one of the most intelligent players of all time. I'll tell you that much. He was bloody fucking intelligent. बहुत बहुत intelligent बंदा था है वो. So on his channel, he's doing a great job. As soon as he decided to go away from television, he has started doing a great job, and he was capable of that. I always maintained that. Yeah. When Trump is in attendance, he directs the live telecast to be stopped. But see, yeah, it will be fun. To be very honest, it will be fun. But that's not going to happen. See, US क्या होता है ना, पॉलिटिक्स में एक चीज सब लोग भूल जाते हैं। US, the people from the United States, they are very very, उनका हर चीज में they are extremely transaction. They want something from you, they will make contract with you. अगर आपका contract, if you are not able to sort of आप डिलीवर नहीं कर सकते, they will ask for something else. हाँ ठीक है, आप ये नहीं ये कर सकते, तो give me this. They are very very transactional people. बहुत transactional people है वो, which is fine. It's their culture. If you look at someone like say Chinese or Indian, we are emotional, right? We are emotional by nature. तो ये पूरा पॉलिटिक्स बेसिकली आपके द कोर नेचर ऑफ योर सोसाइटी जैसा है, उस पर चेंज होता है हमेशा। पियर्स, प्लीज प्लीज भाई, गाली दे चाहिए तो गाली देना, प्लीज पियर्स मंगेश मत बोल, प्लीज मत बोल। अरे बट दैट्स द थिंग, राइट? आई मीन दिस इज बॉन्कर्स वर्ल्ड, लेट्स नॉट गेट इनटू दैट। मैं वही बोल रहा हूं, लेट्स नॉट इवन गेट इनटू दैट, इज माय पॉइंट। अरे ये प्रॉब्लम ही है सबका, ये लोग नहीं बोलेंगे कोई किसी के अगेंस्ट। गैरी नेविल, लेट्स एनीवे, गैरी नेविल को छोड़ देते हैं। मैं पूरा 2 मिनट के 2 घंटे का रैंट पे चला जाऊंगा। But you see, that's the thing, right? Gary Neville used to slag all the fan channels. Now he has made a partnership. He realized, you can say, yeah, he realized कि बाबा यहाँ पे कुछ है, मतलब just hold on ना, guys. Anyway, all right. Al might be the next character if he ever becomes a pundit. He loads of banter with him. Yeah, he has loads of banter. I like Haaland, to be very honest. Of course, as soon as he wears that City jersey, I'll boo him and all that. But yeah, fine player, man, fine player. A certain man from Israel to be America enemy is very bad for oneself, but 100%. That is 100%. मतलब if you want to get into that rabbit hole, पूरा ये तेरा क्या बोलते हैं, हम लोग किसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं यार? पूरा निक्सन का जो सीन था, आई मीन जस्ट गेट इनटू दैट। वो वाटर गेट कैसा ये था, अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल थिंक दैट वाटर गेट इज मैन्युफैक्चर्ड। go and check that. अपना JFK का death, why that happened, it's amazing. If you get into that rabbit hole, it's amazing, amazing. तो छोड़ दो. Sunil Chhetri. I mean, I hope we do, man. I hope we do. It will be so much fun. चालू किया फिर वो मंगेश ऑफ चैनल कर लिया. Anyway, let's talk a bit about पूरा Czech Republic और का ये मैं I'm just going through that South Korea and ये. South Korea basically again they have some they have Sun, they have Lee Kang-in, जो PSG का attacking midfielder है. By the way, their manager Hong Myung-bo, yeah. He was South Korea's captain in 2002 World Cup when they reached the semi-final. The game wasn't, of course, the World Cup wasn't in South Korea, and we, of course, the games against Italy and Spain, the controversy regarding referees and all that. But that guy has played 4 World Cups, and he has been their manager since 2024. So I mean, that's good, man. This is the it's fun to watch. I personally think it will be a fun game. And yeah, let's see what happens. If you look at someone like Czech Republic, that again it is their first World Cup in 2006, and even in 2006, क्या हुआ था? They had Italy, US, and Ghana. So in the last game of they started the tournament brilliantly well. They brilliantly. People think that Thomas Rosicky at Arsenal was a good player. You should look him. You should have watched him at Dortmund. He was sensational. He scored 2 amazing goals. Pavel Nedved was playing like a dream. And I will also maintain that in Euro 2004, basically what happened was everyone knows that Greece won Euro 2004. And in the semi-final, they played against Czech Republic. And in that semi-final, Pavel Nedved got injured. If not for that injury, I personally feel Czech Republic could have gone all the way because Pavel Nedved was playing like a dream during those 3-4 years when he won Ballon d'Or. So he was playing like a dream. But in the third game of 2006 World Cup, Italy knocked them out. I mean, people also forget that they are the team that reached 2 World Cup finals. In 1934, they played against Italy, and in 1962, they played against Brazil in Chile. And yeah, I mean, in their last 2 games, they have defeated Kosovo 2-1. They have defeated Guatemala 3-1. It's not like, I mean, we are not talking about any giant team, but they have defeated them. They have a few notable players. They have Patrick Schick, who plays at Leverkusen right now. They have Socek, who used to play at West Ham. I'm pretty sure he's going to change his team. And they also have Kufel. He used to play at West Ham, and now he's playing at Hoffenheim. So yeah, I mean, I personally feel that if you have to predict the group, I personally feel it will be Mexico first, Czech Republic, South Korea. I'm slightly leaning towards South Korea as number 2 and maybe Czech Republic as number 3. But even if they finish third, they have a chance, right? They can always go to a round of 32 this time. I'm just saying, I'm sort of sure. I feel that Mexico will finish first. That is for sure. वो तो पक्का करेंगे. Czech Republic and South Korea. Again, it's not like I've watched them a lot of times, but there is a possibility that South Korea might finish second. Might finish second. Which former goalkeeper plays for Czech? Which former goalkeeper? I'm just blanking right now. कौन मैं मेरे को I'm completely blanking right now. Completely blanking. So yeah, guys, मुझे बताओ आंसर क्या है. मंगेश ऑफ यूके साला गाली देता है. मंगेश ऑफ यूके बोलते हैं ये कोल्ड ब्रिज का ये करके. एक बोलता है साला पियर्स मंगेश. क्या क्या बिगाड़ा है मैंने तुम लोग का यार. क्या बिगाड़ा है. Oh, exactly. By the way, they have scored the highest number of set piece goals in the World Cup campaign. ये मेरे notes में नहीं है, लेकिन मुझे मतलब I read it somewhere. They have highest number of set piece goals. So सब लोग हम लोग set piece को गाली दे रहे थे आर्सेनल की वजह से. Now we are going to laud them. Oh my God, ये set piece team है. ये वर्ल्ड कप में set piece में बहुत सारे goals हो जाएंगे. And Rohit made this point, I think, during our Portugal का ये review. Ki Portugal squad review. I think even Portugal had a lot of set pieces. Portugal had highest number of crosses of in Europe or something like that, or during qualifying. Why? Because they have one man who's completely immobile right now, and the only way he can score goal is through his head, through his head. Yeah. Good job, guys. This side of Pangesh under दो चीजें तो मिला which Rice Pangesh, Cali's best player of all time, Western hypocrisy. Oh my God, I mean, of course, Cali's greatest player of all time तो मेरा मतलब दिमाग ही हट जाता है. Western hypocrisy. Oh my God, क्या बताएंगे? Oh yes, yes, he's still that striker. Yeah, he is. He is. Oh, I mean, see, David Moyes is such a manager, right? वो किसी को साला मतलब I'll hand it to David Moyes, by the way. वो players ऐसे लाता है ना, Fellaini, he fucking picks players out of nowhere and they perform. I mean, it's not like he got the best out of them at Everton. Look at someone like Soucek, right? Look at someone like Tim Cahill. He might not have worked at bigger club at United, but David Moyes has always been a fantastic manager, man. He's always been a fantastic. I have nothing but respect for him. Of course, he wasn't United level quality, but yeah, he won the bloody Conference League with West Ham. यार, तू क्या और क्या चाहिए तुमको? Yeah. Scaloni was a decent. See, of course, Zanetti is was a legend. Scaloni, okay, decent player. Do you recall last North Korea 2010 World Cup में नॉर्थ कोरिया एंड आइवरी कोस्ट वर इन द सेम ग्रुप और वो जो एक ये बाद में बहुत बड़ा वो जीआईएफ जिफ फाइल फेमस हो गया था. इट वाज जिफ बैक देन और अभी वो मीम हो जाता कि नॉर्थ कोरियन मैनेजर वाज टॉकिंग टू वन ऑफ देयर प्लेयर्स एंड इमैनुअल एबुए स्टूड नेक्स्ट टू हिम एंड वो ऐसा प्रिटेंड कर रहा था कि तू वो दोनों क्या बोल रहे हो मुझे समझ रहा. इट वाज रियली फनी. Portugal having biggest set pieces only for Al Nassr to dunk on them last week is poetic. So true. So true. Again, see, the club was too big for David Moyes. Let's get that clear. Amorim ka issue was not that. Amorim, after a long time, we had a manager who talked like a United manager. Amorim ka galti nahi tha. You knew the fuckers who run our club knew कि he is the what kind of manager he is. और उसको किया नहीं. चूतिया लोग पहनचोद. एक मिनट ना. Okay, anyway. क्या? Which former United plays for Czechia? Oh, that Vitek or Vitek. Vitek. I don't recall his first name. Vitek, right? Vitek. That's the bloke. Yeah, that's the guy. Vitek. Yeah, Vitek. 100% it's Vitek. It is. He is still with United. Yeah, that's right. General Nalek. All right. So the plan is basically to have. अभी आज तो मैं अभी ऐसे ही बड़बड़ कर रहा हूँ. To plan. The plan is to invite someone else during live stream. I was talking to Pratham. So Pratham, people like Pratham and someone else, talking to a few, trying to get in touch with few content creators, a few of my friends to have something different. Say have one or two quiz or once a week or something like that. It will be fun. A quiz night हम लोग कर सकते हैं, something like that. So yeah, it will be fun in my opinion. Yeah. ये फॉर्मर यूनाइटेड गोलकीपर, अरे साला क्या मुझे याद क्यों नहीं आ रहा है बे? थॉमस कुश्चैक, वो ड्रॉग बाबा का वीडियो अभी वर्ल्ड कप के टाइम तो आने वाला है, मुझे नहीं पता, मैं एक बार उसको वापस पिंग करता हूँ, सब लोग पूछ रहे हैं मेरे को कभी आने वाला है करके. हे साहिल, बाफाना व्हाट्स हैपनिंग मैन, काय म्हणतोस, कसा आहेस? हाँ, could be. I think he barely played. I don't think he even had a single ये appearance for at United. मैं भूल गया था ये. This guy completely got deleted from my memory. मुझे याद ही नहीं था ये बंदे के बारे में बिल्कुल. तो मुझे 100% नहीं आने वाला था. But yeah, all right. बराबर. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining. हम लोग will connect again by 11:15 or something. मैं 11:30 का स्ट्रीम किया था. मैं उसको ये कर देता हूँ. नहीं, Lindegaard was Danish, I think. I think Lindegaard was Danish. So yeah, I hope you guys have had a good time. हम लोग वापस मिलते हैं in अभी के क्या टाइम है? 8:45 ना? तो in 2.5 hours we'll meet, and of course we'll have so much to talk about. Okay, one question Dexter has. Yeah, go on. एक खत्म ही करते हैं हम लोग. ये खत्म करके we'll connect again by 11:15. एक मिनट भाई लोग. In case games postpone हुआ during live, what scenes? Why would you, मतलब I did not get that. क्यों? मतलब postpone क्यों होगा मतलब what is the reason behind ये उसका postponement? Hey, thank you so much. All the best for World Cup, you guys. Well, I'll have to spend a lot of time. Hope. Yeah, thank you so much, man. Thank you, Ajinkya. Thank you for your kind words. अच्छा. Dude, तो हम लोग तो अगर FC ऐसा हो रहा है ना कि एक गेम आधे घंटे में ये हो रहा है, we'll keep talking. हम लोग बड़बड़ करते रहेंगे और देखते हैं तभी क्या करना है. कुछ नहीं रहेगा तो और एक लिंक क्रिएट कर देंगे. What's a big deal? लिंक तो फटाक से शेयर कर दूंगा मैं. That's not a problem. All right. As okay, Bruno Puranik is up now. इधर तो सुने. ये इधर. ये no, नहीं. We'll figure it out, man. No worries. Anyway, एक मिनट. Can you name a former? Yeah, well, Lauren Blanc. आपको just hold on. ये देखो. थाम जरा वेट. सोने थाम. चलो बेटा. All right, guys. चलो. I'll see you at 11:15. तब तक के लिए alvida. Bye for now. And of course, I'll talk to you soon in a couple of hours. Always good talking to you guys. हम लोग मिलते ही चे. ठीक है? चलो. Bye.